Ukraine hopes to get a green light for its demand of Western modern weaponry as the defense ministries of the U.S. and Germany are expected to hold talks, discussions which many believe could change the course of the war. U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin is in Germany, where he has met with the country's new defense minister, Boris Pistorius. Both leaders are expected to convene dozens of allies to pledge weapons for Ukraine. In this meeting, billions of dollars worth of military aid is expected to be discussed, but the main attraction of the meeting will be a commitment of heavy tanks to Ukraine, which, according to Kyiv, can play a key role in confronting the Russians and recapturing occupied territories.
So we'll continue to support Ukrainian people as they resist Russian aggression and defend their sovereign territory. I'd like to thank the German government for all that it has done to strengthen Ukraine's self-defense, and your contributions of security assistance and training for Ukraine's defenders have been invaluable.
Washington and many Western allies believe the German-made Leopard tanks are the only suitable option available in big enough numbers. During the Cold War, Germany made thousands of Leopard tanks and exported them to its allies. But Berlin would do so only if Washington sends its own Abrams tanks. According to U.S. officials, Abrams is inappropriate for Ukraine as it runs on turbine engines that requires too much fuel. And looking at Ukraine's strained logistics system, it would be difficult to sustain. Poland and Finland have already signaled their support to send Leopard tanks only if Germany lifts its veto. Last week, UK also offered a squadron from its fleet of Challengers. Germany has been reluctant to send offensive weapons that could be seen as an escalation of the conflict. Meanwhile, the Kremlin warns of escalation in Ukraine if the West gives Kyiv more weapons capable of striking Russia. The Kremlin also added Ukrainian strikes on Russia-annexed Crimea would be, quote, extremely dangerous. This comes after a report by the New York Times that U.S. officials are warming to the idea of helping Kyiv attack the peninsula. Since the Ukraine war began, it always possessed a threat of nuclear catastrophe. Former Russian President Dmitry Medvedev warned NATO that the defeat of Russia in Ukraine could trigger a nuclear war. Medvedev has repeatedly raised the threat of a nuclear apocalypse, but his admission now of the possibility of Russia's defeat indicates the level of Moscow's concern over increased Western weapons deliveries to Ukraine.